we're doing a field trip, but it's before the field trip. Sid and I both had our shots on Tuesday. Today's Friday. And for, let's see, Tuesday I started towards evening, not so great. By Wednesday, really out of it. Thursday, really out of it, like aches, pains, joints, all kinds of fun stuff.
Freezing cold.
Freezing cold. Oh, duck.
A duck.
Why is that duck sitting in the field? I don't know. And then it was like sleep, like I think Wednesday was like barely awake. Thursday, a little bit awake. And then today, Friday, done. So, you know, given everything, it doesn't bother me that that's what happened. That's what happened. It's fine. Hopefully, you know, it's not, to me, it wasn't a big deal to have the shots. I think for some people, I heard that a lot of people are skipping their second shot, which, I mean, you know, I can understand. You don't want to go through all that fun for a couple days, but it could be a lot worse. So we ended up doing it. But today we're going on a little trip to Jefferson, Vermont, or this afternoon, to get a oak barrel from a whiskey making place. What do you think about that one? So Jeffersonville is actually south of us, but we're actually heading north. This is the way you sort of go to Jay Peak. But what we're doing is I don't know, this is the way Google says to go. So I'm gonna trust them, and we're gonna go sort of north and then south, and it says that's the fastest way. So we'll see. Took a little bit of a wrong turn, but a couple miles out of the way. So just backtracking now, and we'll pick up that and then head south. It was like, I thought, well, I came this way the last time I was Jay Peak, but it wasn't this way. And I couldn't remember any of these things. So I was like, this doesn't look right. So stopped, checked it out. Wasn't the right way. So back we go. All right, what town are we in here?
Jefferson.
Jefferson? Is this Jefferson?
Yeah.
No, this is Johnson.
Sorry.
Johnson. Isn't this where Johnson's Woolen Mill is? You know, the place that makes the woolen clothing stuff? I thought it was. Maybe it isn't. Yeah, it's Johnson Fire Department. Well, we got our oak barrel. I got to load it in the car. That's next. From Smuggler's Notch Distillery. Well, barrel's in the back of the car. Unfortunately, the barrel, they all cost the same price. It's $150 a barrel. Which, from what I saw a couple places, a new oak barrel is $350. So, is what it is.
Food distribution.
Walcott, Vermont. The post office. And school bus. Okay, so remember yesterday I got the this whiskey barrel, and I'll put where I got it from so you just can know that. I cut, because of course I have to get some way in, but the whole project here is, and this is a total experiment, this is a 25-gallon whiskey barrel. So what I did was I cut out that section because I needed to get the coffee in and out. And I also have to have a way to roll the coffee around, you know, so it'll go on its side. Roll the coffee so it all gets mixed. But the hope is that the coffee beans, i.e. those, will impart some of that whiskey, bourbony, smoky flavor over the course of, you know, probably a couple weeks of sitting in there and being moved every day. And it will make a really unique coffee after it's roasted. Whether this is going to work or not, I don't know. You know, I don't know. There's so many variables here because I don't know if the coffee is the right coffee. I don't know if the barrel is got enough in it to impart the flavor. I mean, when I took it out of the car this morning, it smelled pretty alcohol-y in there, but I don't think that's actually going to impart too much into it. It's more the little bit of the whiskey bourbon that was in the barrel, because they were in the barrel, I think, for like 2 years or something like that. So it's an experiment. We'll see. If it comes out great, then I can, you know, it's going to be a very limited production because I've got to figure out, that's 10 pounds of coffee. I've got to figure out how much coffee to put in here. And then, you know, there's always, with every experiment, there's always the chance it doesn't work. And then hopefully you can find somebody who's willing to try it, use it, whatever. Otherwise, we're going to have a lot of bourbon barrel, whiskey barrel coffee to drink for ourselves. So unfortunately, I can't let you smell it because we don't have that technology. But when you stick your head in this whiskey barrel, and you can see the sides have been charred and everything else. That's part of the whole process, I guess, of making whiskey. I'm not a whiskey maker. But this barrel is like really heavy. This isn't like the oak barrels you get from, and they're not oak, by the way, from Home Depot to put your plants in. This is a pretty heavy duty barrel. The beans are in there now, and the smell coming out of there is just like, whoa. So if this does what I hope it's going to do, it should be pretty good. And part of this experiment, this is a 25-gallon barrel, and there's 60 pounds of beans in here. So as you can see, I'm not full. I'm only maybe half full. So I could probably put almost a full bag in one of these. But what I have to do is I have to take this barrel every day now, and I'm going to have to, this is to close it up, because see, I just took that section out of the barrel. I've got to close that up, and then every day I got to put it on its side and roll it around or move the beans, because we don't want the ones just on the outside to be getting all the flavorings. So I could either open it up and possibly stir it, but I need like a little sort of a canoe paddle or something. There's an idea. That would be easier. All right, well, so it's got 2 weeks, and then we'll be able to roast it up, or at least I think it's going to be 2 weeks, and then we'll go from there. Looks like we got some snow on the top of Burke. I'd say probably what, 2,500 feet and up. So today was the last day of skiing for J-Peak. Believe it or not, I did not go. It was like raining, snowing, blowing. I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. The report also said that, you know, there was going to be one trail open. So I said, no skiing. Maybe next week I'll go to Killington, but that's iffy at best too. So I decided to start putting the skis away for the summer. And one of the things that I wanted to do is I always put my skis away with, I check the edges to make sure there's like no rust on them. If there is, I just pull that rust off. And then I put like a heavy coat of wax on them. And then I clean off all the metal edges from the wax. So that way if there's any moisture gets under it, it doesn't rust over the summer. Then package them up and then wait till next year.